Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're doing well, love ya. I wanted to touch on this subject because, well, considering the labor shortage and considering how many people there are looking for a job, it's pretty ridiculous how, I don't know, poorly American businesses are functioning. I think the only ones who sometimes do it well are those in the rapid growth tech sector, like startups and things. And in that they give a lot of people a chance, and then they give them a test out period where they'll see if you work for maybe a few months, and if not, then they let you go. And I don't know why other American businesses don't try that. I think they vastly overestimate how good they are at finding good candidates. But anyway, the reasoning for the title is that the way that American women often select a mate is by just if another American woman has dated someone, at least I should say. No, I think it's pretty much permeates the culture. But I was going to say younger people, but I do think that once you're married, American women are also still or maybe even more aggressive. So they'll be completely uninterested in a guy or not really interested until the guy's with someone else. And this is very childlike, humanistic feelings and behavior. Sometimes automatic. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're childish if you have this, but in terms of acting upon that feeling and having it so intense and not sort of tempering it on your own somehow, usually through logic or trying to focus on your own betterment in your own life. It's quite pervasive, and in the same way, I guess a guy could date a girl who's not very attractive or something and maybe wouldn't be sought after, but often are if the girl's decently good looking or okay looking. But even if you have experience in the job force, they might not get you. You pretty much only will get a decent time, and by decent I mean like submitting less than 100 resumes, in getting a decent paying job, and I mean like at or somewhere near the mean wage, GDP per capita nominally sort of income. If you have had a decent amount of experience at a large known name, so if you've spent 3 years at Microsoft or I don't know, Salesforce or BlackRock or something like that, then they'll go, oh yeah, okay. But if it's not something, insert whatever industry you're in. If it's not like a big name in that industry, it's probably going to be hard. Now, with I believe exceptions in terms, there's always exceptions, broad exceptions in terms of maybe like medical industry. I don't know anything about that, and I imagine you could get a job as a doctor or a nurse, not too difficult, without too much of a difficult time. But in terms of like finance, I've heard some people with tech have a tough time. Sort of upper echelon of banking or even middle of banking. I don't know so much about accounting, but I know those are all big parts of the American economy, and I think it extends to much further than that, but those are the three that I'm most familiar with. Yeah, they want to see that you have been with a hot girl, that being some other decently sized player in their market. I have about 10 years of experience, but nothing no experience at a company that's like a household name. So I've sent out well over 1,000 resumes, and I was just turned down for a beginning entry level position with a low pay. So I'm trying to just do what I can, and I'm sure people are like, "Oh, you're bitter, oh, because women wouldn't pay attention." Like, all right, yeah, if you want to think that, that's fine. I am married, so I think I'm okay. But I'm not even trying to say anything negative about American women, but that's the fact. Is like they're looking for some sort of somebody's already tried this out type of thing. And sometimes people guys give off that vibe, especially if they're like not very attentive to a woman, or if they're maybe it's kind of mean. Then women subconsciously think, oh, he's already like on his own. He's already got these things figured out. He's already got gone through things to get like this. So now I can come in. In the same way, like if a guy's with a beautiful woman for a while, then other women go, okay, now he's gone through some stuff. Now I can come in. The same way, most companies in the United States are like, oh, they've spent a decent amount of time at this household name type of, or a large institution. Now I can come in. Listen, it's not completely illogical, but considering how it's almost exclusively being based off of that on such a large scale, so broadly. I think they've got to figure something out. This is quite frankly embarrassing. This is one of the most embarrassing things I've seen as an American, and that's saying a lot because there's a lot to be embarrassed about. But I mean, you guys are so dumb. You can't figure this out. You can't figure out how to pick out who's a good employee and try to find decent employees that don't necessarily have the experience that you're this certain type of experience. It has to be this type of experience. It couldn't be like, oh, varied experience doing something along the lines here. It has to be this amount of time at this place, this type of place. It's I don't know, what is it, HR massive failure in America? So anyway, hope it gets better. Hope the best for you guys. Hope you guys are getting good jobs or starting your own company. That's kind of what I'm looking at now, because this is ridiculous. Anyway, love you. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you want. Have a good one. Take care.